Hi, my loves. Welcome to your weekly Tarotscopes. I hope this message finds you well. We're going to see what's going on this week. Starting off with these tarot cards, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Hopefully, you don't mind. We'll get some oracle messages too as we go throughout the reading, but let's go ahead and get into it. This is going to be for January 9th through the 15th. We're going to see what our collective energies are. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. If you need a personal reading, that information is below in the description. Okay, the little description box there. Let's see what's going on this week. We have Mars, the planet of action, the planet of willpower, the planet of libido. It is going direct after being retrograde here these past couple of months. So Aries, Scorpio, and the mutable signs, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Virgo, you guys, this is definitely a good week for you, okay? Because Mars has been transiting through Gemini, all right? So if you have been feeling like you are lacking energy, lacking direction, you are right on cue here with Mars retrograde, as well as Mercury retrograde too, which was recently thrown in the mix. So both of these planets are going direct here over these next couple of weeks. So we won't have anything to blame once we have all of these planets direct towards the end of the month. All right. So let's see what we have going on for the collective here in this upcoming month. Switching up the flow a little bit. All right, what we got going on for the collective. All right, these are not Zodiac sign specific. Once again, general messages. So take what applies and leave what does not. Okay, so I'm going to do a 7-day spread here. So much blue that I'm seeing in the cards. I'll hold them up to the camera when I actually get into each card, but blue for me is very much associated with that throat chakra. Okay, also with like personal expression. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start out with Monday. All right, January the 9th, we have the 7 of Wands. So you're needing to stand your ground in some way or another. For some of you, this may just be about asserting boundaries, or you may be feeling like people are kind of poking the bear, or they're pushing your limits, they're testing you in some type of way. They got you fucked up, basically, okay? So you might have to check a hoe here on Monday, but it be like that, right? Got to do what you got to do. Some of you, this may simply be you putting your phone on do not disturb, do not bother me. I am busy, focused, doing other things. I ain't got time for y'all. All right. I see you kind of like blocking out some drama, blocking out some BS. It just seems like maybe other people's stuff that they got going on too. And, they're kind of wanting to bring it your way, but you got other things going on. You're kind of focusing on you. And for many of you, your level up, your elevation, especially when it comes to your career, when it comes to your business. For some of you, when it comes to your spiritual growth here, that seems to be something that you're focused on. There seems to be a big emphasis on spiritual protection, okay? So like protecting your energy, protecting your aura here, doing what you need to do to set like those energetic boundaries where it may seem like a lot of people are kind of pulling at you. And you may sense it energetically where it can be draining at your energy, at your vitality, to where it may feel like it's distracting in some way or kind of pulling you away from the things that you really need to be focused on. So give yourself the permission to say no is, I think, your best advice here on Monday. Like if somebody's kind of reaching out to you and asking something of you, and you honestly, for many of you, I just feel like this is not the time or the space. And just let them know like, hey, I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the capacity for this right now. Maybe can we get back to this at a later time? So that may be a way to just kind of gracefully navigate that. But for others of you, you may just be like, look, we ain't got time for this. I do see some of you might be blocking somebody here. I'm nosy. We're going to get real nosy this week, and we're going to clarify each of the tarot cards with a Lenormand card as well. So, yeah, with this Seven of Wands, you may definitely be blocking somebody. There's some communication that's coming in, okay? Somebody could be expressing some sort of hidden feelings for you. And hidden feelings aren't always the good kind of feelings, especially with the Seven of Wands coming up. I don't know. For some of you, this definitely may be someone trying to make some sort of romantic advance and you're just not feeling them. You're like, ew, no. Like, this could literally be your ex or something, like trying to come back around and you're like, ew, block, stop talking to me. For others of you, I'm getting that this could be someone has a bone to pick with you is something that I just heard. Okay. So it's that kind of thing that's coming out, and it may kind of take you by surprise because you're going to be like, yo, like, oh, you could have been said something, because I get that they may have been harboring some feelings for quite a while now. So that's going to be an interesting situation for you to navigate there. Yeah, I'm drawn to the heart here too on this card. So it does seem to be like someone that you're connected to personally. It could be romantic, it could be friendship, it could be family situation there. But I'm getting, I don't know, something about their energy being a little misplaced. So you will figure out how to navigate that, okay? So moving right along to Tuesday, July, what girl? Hello, it's January the 10th, okay? We have Page of Swords coming through. All right, so look, like I said, somebody got a bone to pick with you. They are definitely watching you. They checking you out on social media, especially if you block them. It's like they still find a way to see what you are doing. So they, yeah. The Page of Swords is always funny, okay? Now, for some of you, this could just be some messages that you're receiving, just day-to-day communications, depending on what kind of work you do and what you're doing, with your work and all of that good stuff. Yeah, something about this communication here, and you're just like, I really don't want to do that with you. The Page of Swords is a little immature, so this can be someone, like I said, that's kind of, something is misplaced. They're being petty or something. They could be feeling some type of way, and they're kind of like taking it out on you. It's really annoying. Yeah, there is like a big emphasis on someone wanting to bring in some communication. They want to let you know something, and this heart is coming up again. Oh my gosh. For some of you, this could be someone that you were connected to romantically, but like I said, friends and family, these are people that we have heartfelt connections with as well. For some of you, it may be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy that you could be connecting with, or that could be your zodiac sign as well, okay? For some of you, I do get there could be some positive communication that's coming through, maybe an email that you're receiving, or you're getting a phone call like, hey, we want to move forward with you, is something that I'm getting with the writer when it comes to maybe like a job opportunity or something like that, which could also be kind of showing up here in this energy of the Seven of Wands on Monday, where you're kind of feeling like you're competing or you're needing to kind of like stand out in some capacity, especially if you're like looking for a job. Essentially you're in competition with other people. So some of you may be kind of waiting for feedback as well from job interviews that maybe you have recently had. Some of you, that feedback could definitely be coming in. I'm seeing Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday. Okay, so it seems like earlier on in the week, you can be receiving some sort of communication that is going to move some sort of agreement forward. Is also something that I was hearing. So this could be some sort of contract that you're signing. Maybe it's in relation to a major purchase. Maybe you're buying a car, or you're moving to a new apartment. You've got to sign your lease. It's something like that, okay? Yeah, even with the writer, I'm definitely getting something here about your transportation. So congratulations. Like, some of you might have got approved for like a car, and you're like, finally, yay! I'm like, doing my own thing, and I can get around, and that's always a blessing. So congratulations if that is the case. So moving into Wednesday, we do have the Six of Wands. So you are riding in on a victory. And that's why I was saying there could be some good news for somebody that is, or for multiple people. I don't think this is just a reading for one person, but just a storyline that I'm picking up on. There could be some good news that's coming in, something that you have been fighting long and hard for. You've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort, and finally it's like you get that recognition, you get that reward. Some of you, this is literally some type of success or celebration or acknowledgement that you're receiving. This can be some sort of like fame or attention, increased popularity as well. For some of you, you may even be stepping into some sort of position of leadership. One thing I love about the Lenormand is that they take a lot of the symbolism is from the tarot. So ironically, the rider in this card is the same as the individual in the Six of Wands, okay? Give or take a few minor differences, but for the most part, right? The same setup here. So very much you riding in on some sort of victory here based on some communication that you receive earlier on in the week. Success is yours. Some of you could be stepping into some sort of position of leadership, influence. You may be having a viral moment on social media. You could be seeing an increase in your following. I definitely see you do have somebody watching you, if not multiple people, with that Page of Swords. For some of you, this is about your stability, your home, okay? So for some of you, this is a success when it comes to you maybe getting that home that you've always wanted, your dream home, right? Or whether you're moving into an apartment or whatever it is that you're moving into. For some of you, this is success when it comes to, I'm getting a sense of family, but also community. So this can definitely be your chosen family or your family of origin, but I'm getting your chosen family as well. That is also being emphasized with this house, okay? So this is like people that are near and dear to your heart. So there could be something that you're celebrating with those that are closest to you. For some of you, there's definitely something about like celebrity, fame. We even see that in the moon with the Lenormand card and the stars, okay? So the luminaries can definitely suggest that someone gets a lot of attention, okay? Or someone is getting a lot of attention here. And it's funny, I was talking about the moon, clarifying Monday's energy, and then on the house, I'm drawn to this little crescent moon here, okay? So once again, the energy of the moon kind of being repeated here, repetitious. I'm hearing like a moth to a flame. So you are getting a lot of attention, but all attention isn't good attention. So that's something to just keep in mind. I think that's the overall tone of that Seven of Wands and how you're coming into the week on this, where you're needing to be not paranoid, but you do need to be watchful. You do need to be discerning. You do need to be aware of what is going on around you. You need to be aware of the subtle energies and not just kind of what's on the surface. And I think that's really what's going on with all this Wands energy coming through in the reading as well. There is some sort of like spiritual development that is taking place through this process where, you know, you are very much like ascending in some capacity, and it's almost like you're irresistible in a way, and people can kind of sense it, and they're gonna start flocking towards you, and it's like you can't just be like all open-armed and, you know, giving your energy to just any and everybody, you know, just because they're drawn to you, just because they're attracted to you. You know, who wouldn't be attracted to something that's shiny? Like, I mean, who wouldn't be? Like, I don't know. That's just how humans are made, and we all like shiny, warm, glowy type of things. But, you know, people can sense that with your aura, with your spirit. And, you know, when they do, they want to be around you. They want to be all up in your energy. But I think for some of you, you have learned from past experiences with what I see here on Thursday is that, you know, everybody can't be all up in your energy. You know, I think some of you maybe you used to kind of have that approach about you, but you've been maybe burned one too many times here with that 9 of Wands to where, yeah, now you do have to be a lot more discerning. I think some of you at certain points within your journey also feel maybe very alone. Yeah, I'm hearing they can't keep up. So maybe feeling like people can't keep up with your pace, which it's not so much about. It's not a race. And I don't think you're looking at it like that. I just think you know, like, man, I just it's happening so quickly. Like, I'm evolving so quickly, and you know, here I go again, kind of maybe having to leave people behind, and I'm not even getting that you necessarily have to cut ties, but I think it's even distance that is created between you and others sometimes, so that you can really just focus on you and what you got going on. And like I was saying earlier on in the week, where someone's kind of coming in maybe with some distracting energy, and you may think that's something very small, like, oh yeah, you know, sure, I can listen to I can engage in this conversation with them, or, you know, I can listen to them vent about XYZ, like, and then before you know it, you know, you're on the phone with somebody for 3 hours and they just kind of totally siphoned you of all your energy, and now you have nothing left for you to be productive in your day, or you know, you may be so consumed by someone else's problems, now you're distracted by you know, what you have going on with your whole week. So it really just requires you to know, you know, what's yours, what's other people's. You know, that's where like those boundaries come in. You know, knowing when your energy is best utilized as well, where it is best utilized. So this is about learning how to allocate your energy, is something that's coming through with this week. Allocating that in a way that really supports you and what you're trying to do. Okay, so we have the clover and the dog coming in here. Okay, so there is some sort of good luck that could be coming your way, or like I said, some of you, you've already experienced it, or you get some good news. This 9 of Wands may be you not trusting it, you not trusting this good thing that's coming in. The 9 of Wands is my PTSD card, so you may kind of feel like, oh, I'm just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, sure, you know, good things happen, but they never really last for long. Some of you may have some of those very, I'm hearing self-defeating mindsets, also self-sabotaging mindsets. When it comes to like good things that happen to you, good fortune, and also when it comes to relationships, possibly with friends more than anything. But I mean, it can be any kind of relationship. With a dog, we're talking about loyalty, okay? And we're talking about trust, right? So for some of you, you know, there may be some triggers or some things that you need to be aware of, some fears that could be surfacing here on Thursday when it comes to you trusting others and trusting the good things that are happening to you. For some of you, like someone's gonna come through for you in a pretty big way here. Yeah, that's going to really prove just how loyal they are to you and to your relationship. Oh, that's cute. For some of you that are dealing with this is like the PTSD, CPTSD type of stuff going on with the Nine of Wands. If it's something you can manage, maybe like the emotional support animal, that may be something that could benefit you and your healing process. So definitely something worth looking into. Moving into Friday, you have the Two of Swords. There's that back and forth, that back and forth. But I think this is also you coming out of that back and forth energy. Mars in Gemini going direct. Actually on Thursday, where we have that Nine of Wands element coming up. That sense of mistrust in others, mistrust in even ourselves and our own intuition and our own logic, our own decision making. So lay low on Thursday. Don't do anything too crazy, okay? Because it's really just Mars trying to like stabilize and station direct, and it can be a little weird on the day and even like a couple of days following a planet going direct. So yeah, that's all this is. That's all this is. All right. But I do think soon come, maybe even as soon as Friday, there's something that you are coming to a very clear realization of. See the clouds. There may have been a lot of confusion, and maybe there still is. Maybe this is something that you're gonna have to kind of ride out until Mars completely moves out of Gemini, okay, which is sometime in March there. But for some of you, you know the answer. The Two of Swords, there's an element of denial here. There's an element of maybe idealizing, or even the mind being unclear as well. So even being mindful of certain habits, like, you know, smoking, drinking, you know, things that can alter your state of mind. That too can be something that is contributing to even more confusion, okay, and indecision. Right? So if you're really wanting to get clear, some of you might have to get sober here as well. So maybe consider that, you know, if you are really trying to get that guidance and trying to go in the right direction, trying to make the right choice, because you are at a crossroads here on Friday. You know, should I stay or should I go? I think it's an easy decision. If this situation feels like this, like the clouds, anyone that's like making you feel confused about like where you stand with them, I think that tells you kind of like all you need to know, because they're not being clear with you, which kind of shows how unintentional they are with you. Someone who is intentional about you is going to be very clear, not only in word and in communication, but also in action. And I think there is someone that, frankly, has been lacking in both. Or maybe it's one or the other, who knows? Okay? And for some of you, it's time to kind of remove the blindfold and recognize, like, nah, this situation ain't all that. It ain't all that. It ain't all that. I think some of you, with that 9 of Wands there, this whole back and forth here, I don't know what this is with a person, with a decision that you're having to make, is being heavily influenced by this 9 of Wands mentality of needing to struggle and things being hard and things being difficult. And that's the only way to prove that something is worth it, is if you're fighting for it, if you're forcing it. And that's exactly what, for some of you, this person makes you feel like you're doing, because they're very ambiguous, or like I said, their words and actions don't align, or neither of them align. They don't say shit. So it's just like, all right, what are you supposed to do with this? Absolutely nothing. That is what you're supposed to do with it. Absolutely nothing. You know, and some of you, you're over here sitting around here ruminating over this shit and going back and forth in your mind, like trying to figure them out. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? That's exactly what they want you to be doing. They want you in this place because this keeps you stuck on stupid, honestly, is what it does, okay? And it keeps you stuck from moving forward and from taking back your power here as the fucking Queen of Wands, as you need to do this weekend, okay, on Saturday. And I think some of this, like I said, Mars kind of stabilizing, getting where it needs to get, where it's nice and cozy and moving forward, moving direct. Queen of Wands, direct. Like, I ain't got time for this shit. You know, it's very instinctual too. You know, she just knows what she needs to do. It's not a lot of back and forth here. So there is an element of like you taking control, you taking your power back, you calling your power back in some way, you getting a hold of this situation and, you know, going in a direction, I'm seeing, and not back and forth here between this little 2 of Swords. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on, but I really do know what's going on. It's just the fact that this person is mind fucking me so well. Like, come on, guys. Somebody is mind fucking you, the lady, okay? So I'm talking to my ladies out here. It's time to empower yourself. It's time for you to embody the Queen of Wands, okay? And she's not indecisive at all. And she's very simple, very straightforward. And that's why I was saying she's instinctual. Like, everything about her is just like boom, boom, boom to the motherfucking point. And for some of you, like, you're dealing with someone that is not boom, boom to the point. And it's created this really weird, just back and forth, murky ass energy between the two of you. I don't know why. What is that? Merkaba? Isn't that like some sacred geometry shit? I don't know what that is. So maybe some of you need to look into that. Okay. For others of you, this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that could be significant to you on Saturday, possibly a woman. Okay, in regards to business, this is someone who's very motivated, someone who's very influential, very successful. Okay, so this could be you embodying this energy. This could be somebody around you that you're connecting with in some capacity. And I think this person is kind of activating something within you. Turning something on within you where it's just like, all right now. All right now. Like, nope. Just like some of you just wants to keep saying, no, I don't like this. Whoever this is has got you all confused too. And for some of you, it may be someone that you have created some distance from. You have created some space. You might have, like I said, blocked this person, and they're still finding ways to get into contact with you. Or to kind of like pull at your energy there as well. And in the week on Sunday with the Emperor, hey, like I said, taking back your power. You know, seated on your throne. Because when you're in this little Two of Swords, the cloud space, you can't properly rule, you can't properly govern your empire when you're in that space. And someone knows that as well. As I was saying earlier, distractions. Oh my. Someone's like they could be pulling on your heartstrings. They could also be like boosting your ego in some way, giving you some newfound attention that they've never given you before. And for some of you, it's been working. Because that is still that wounded part of you that desires that person's validation still. Okay? I gotta be honest, some of you gotta be honest, like you still want this person's validation. And that's okay. Start there, like, sure, hey, whatever I do. Why do I still need their validation? And that may be the big question that you need to ask yourself this week. In prayer, set that out there in the universe and just, see what comes to you of that. The heart. Okay, like I said, someone's pulling on your heartstrings. Pulling on your heartstrings. And one thing, it's because you're so kind. You're so loving. You're so caring. You're so empathetic. And people know this about you. You're really a softie. And that's okay. You can be who you are, but you could be a softie with boundaries. You can definitely be a softie with boundaries. And for some of you, the boundaries are internal boundaries that like you're setting with yourself. Like, no, I am not going to continue ruminating about this. And when I find myself kind of slipping off, I'm going to bring myself here back into this present moment, right? Because ruminating for what? Like these are things of the past, right? When we're talking about ruminating, or even things of the future as well, and kind of thinking about all of these inevitables and hypotheticals and what if this and what if that. What if shut the fuck up, honestly, because look, you can go down that fucking rabbit hole and it'll be a million what ifs, okay, and a million what you could have done. Be here right now in the present moment, okay? Because I think for a lot of you, that's where the clarity comes from as well. It's just like you're thinking too much in too many different directions, and you really just need to be here. So that's the boundary that you need to kind of set with yourself here as the Emperor. For some of you, I've just heard man holding a heart, man holding a heart. So this could be someone extending their heart to you. Divine masculine, all right, coming through as the Emperor. I'm like, hey, I ain't mad at this. This is some good energy, okay? This is somebody that really might want to step up to the plate, okay? For some of you. This is definitely someone that, you know, wants to be that counterpart. They want to work with you, not against you. And this confusion that someone has created within you it's just all been like a form of resistance once again, and you know, triggering that part of you that just wants that validation from them so badly that you're willing to force a situation that is maybe just not meant to be. I mean, sure, you could force it. You can be the only one putting in all the effort and breaking your back to maintain a relationship. You know, the longevity of that, how long that's gonna, I doubt it. It's gonna last too long. It's just gonna like break you down. You know, this is about you receiving connection from someone that wants to show up. Right? It's not like you have to ask them to do these things. Sorry, I'm hearing some music out there. I'm like, who is that? I'm being nosy. So for some of you, this could be some sort of divine masculine energy. Oh, wow, that's coming in. Okay. So for some of you, you've got options maybe when it comes to love, where there's two masculines in your energy, someone from your past and maybe someone that is maybe a little newer and really kind of embodying more of those qualities of a husband, of a father, of the things that you're really looking for in a long-term commitment. Here, y'all, give me 1 second. Let me go do something. My bad. But yes, someone wants to come in offering the real deal here. The real deal, Holyfield. So don't get distracted by things that were never rooted in reality, things that were rooted in idealization and fantasy and potential, right? Getting caught up in someone's potential when somebody maybe they're just not coming correct and they seem to be like a little childish, like they need to grow up a little bit. Just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. Let's pull some extra oracle cards here. I think this is also Mars and Venus meeting in the sky here. Let me look at the astrology charts. All right, so yeah, we've got Venus in Aquarius. Yeah, it's a trine here. When is this trine taking place? So Venus trine Mars. Let's see. On the 9th. Okay, so on Monday, Venus trine Mars. Ooh. So that's where things get a little tricky with that 7 of Wands and the moon and the letter. Like I said, somebody expressing some feelings, some emotions, especially when we're talking about Venus and Mars, the lovers. In air signs, we're talking about communication. We're talking about expressions of love, okay? Or just expressions of whatever it is somebody may be feeling. So yeah, that is very much coming through. Ooh, and on the 15th, interesting, Venus square Uranus. Oh gosh, this is so funny. Once again, certain this can be surprise expressions, like, oh my gosh, where'd that come from? Wasn't expecting that. But like I said, with this man holding the heart thing, it could be a proposal for somebody, you know, or even someone. For some of you, this is like your masculine opening up to you on a deeper level than they had before, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know, like that's how you thought about me or our relationship. So that can be something that's taking place here as well. Okay, we have protection. Yep, that was that 7 of Wands, like I said. Maybe needing to assert boundaries, maybe needing to block someone. I gotta be honest, especially if you're wondering why you're confused, if you do have like multiple options. For some of you, this is like cutting out the X. This is blocking the X. Why are you still communicating with this person if you are trying to move on or are in a new relationship or situation? Okay, because that's what's causing the confusion more than anything. That is where your empowerment comes through. Protecting yourself, protecting your energy, knowing that your energy is valuable, and knowing that also when a relationship is over, that it's just kind of run its course. And why does that person still deserve access to you when they're no longer playing an integral role in your life? These are questions that you really need to ask yourself, especially if this is someone that caused more pain and chaos and drama in your life than good. It's like, why are you still engaging in this? Okay, because there's some healing that needs to take place. Look, preaching to the choir. But yes, like I'm seeing this green candle here as well, going back to the heart chakra, or the heart card here with Sunday's energy with the Emperor. For some of you, this is healings around the father wound. Okay, so yeah, this week is like we're healing the daddy wound, and that would make sense with Mars. Mars is daddy, okay, and Venus is mama. All right, so Mars, he's going direct here this week, so that can also move forward or facilitate that healing when it comes to the divine masculine. And that, for some of you, is why you're going to see this external manifestation of this through a masculine that you're actually connected to. This doesn't even have to be a romantic partner. This could be your brother. This could be your father. This could be a friend, where they're going to open up to you on a deeper heart level than you've ever seen before. They're going to share a level of vulnerability with you that you've never witnessed from them. And this is there's my candle popping in the background. This is healing the masculine lineage here as well. The masculine ancestry is coming through. Oh man, there's so much going on here. There's healing, trigger warning around abuse, okay? Physical abuse, mental, emotional, financial. And for many of us, we are empowering ourselves. Empowerment often comes through the choices that we make, okay? Are you making empowering choices? Right? Are you in empowering relationships and connections? Because I'm getting for some of you, these are connections with the Seven of Wands. You're needing to set boundaries with people that disempower you in some way, shape, or form. Okay? And disempowerment can be as simple as they cause too much confusion. They cause too much distraction to where it derails you in your path and what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. And it's not dilly-dallying around with this person or these people, or dilly-dallying around in this pattern here that you've just been like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Please. Do yourself a favor. Oh my gosh, I'd be looking so judgmental. I just saw my face look. This is a loving space. A little tough love sometimes. That's the Aries in me. Okay, so in case y'all don't know, I'm an Aries sun, Gemini rising, Pisces moon. My Mercury's in Aries too. So I can get a little spicy, but it is, please know, it is always all love. And I think that too. The Emperor and the Heart, okay? So for those of you, like, consider your relationship maybe like with your father or like a father figure, a masculine energy. Their love is a little different than a woman's, right? Their love can sometimes be a little more tough, right? Their love can be a little more disciplinarian sometimes. And it can be like, all right, like, you fucking up here. And this is what you need to do better. I still love you, but you are fucking up. So I gotta set some ground rules here, right? I gotta set some boundaries. And that is what is being required. That is what the masculine does. He protects. That's what boundaries do. They protect you and your sacred energy. It protects your destiny as well and everything within your life and what you're meant to do. And some of you, I'm so sorry, because I'm seeing that this is a wound here for you, where maybe you didn't have a relationship with your dad. Maybe he wasn't around. Maybe he was in and out. Maybe he passed away at a young age. Maybe he was never there. Maybe you don't know who he is. So you oh, Jesus. Okay. You have been in this world feeling like unprotected, like you have no protection. Because that was what he was supposed to do, was protect you. That's his role. And some of you, I must say, you've made decisions and I get it, it's from the trauma. Okay, so it's not even to blame you. We're going to blame the circumstances, all right? That have caused you to make decisions that have not been safe for your heart, where you have not been protecting your heart. And this isn't talking about like being guarded where you don't allow connections in, but this is about, knowing who is safe to allow in, who is deserving to be in your energy, to have access to you. And it's not everybody. Some of you burn a green candle. The green is for like your heart chakra. Clearing out like some inner child stuff. Burn a black candle for protection. Whoa. She has been coming out all week. All right, I ain't mad at you, lady. So for our goddess guidance in the week ahead, we have Queen Nefertiti, alchemy. Okay, she's been coming up a lot in my clients' personal readings too. So let's learn a little bit more about Queen Nefertiti. She was a legendary Egyptian queen whose name means a beauty has come. Celebrated as a goddess and her husband's equal, Queen Nefertiti led a spiritual revolution worshiping Aten, the sun god. Her guidance is that it is time. You turn everything that life throws your way into gold. You are on the path to fulfilling your purpose. Okay? So the embodiment of Queen Nefertiti is you are an alchemist. You have the power to bend universal energy. Dare to transmute lead into gold by shifting from fear to love. All right. Everything you desire exists in some form of loving energy. Match this frequency. See it in your mind's eye first. Imagine it. I am loved fully. What does that look like? What does it feel like? I am happy and healthy. See that in your mind's eye. I am a money magnet. What does that feel like? What does it feel like to have all of your financial needs met? To not have a care in the world financially, all right? So you're really wanting to, this week, tap into the feeling, okay? That's where the vibration is. And as I talk about feelings, it starts raining. So I love that. Hey, we have that full moon in Cancer. So this is a week where you, for some of you, you know, maybe that feeling is really hard to tap into because there's so many other feelings in your heart space. Unforgiveness, bitterness, resentment, envy, jealousy, hatred. We've all experienced, you know, these feelings, these emotions. And the more you can work on clearing out those feelings, the more room you create to feel the love, okay? To feel the connection, to feel the warmth, the intimacy, the closeness, to feel safe, to feel seen. And to be able to engage in a mutual exchange and experience of that with another person. That's what we're moving into when it comes to relationships in general. The kinds of relationships we're looking to engage with. Oh, there was an affirmation associated with this goddess. Everything I touch turns to gold. Okay? So that could be an affirmation that you use in this upcoming week. Everything I touch turns to gold. I'm seeing some healing from narcissism with that Six of Wands and the house energy. Someone could have grown up with someone who was narcissistic, and it didn't have to be a man. You know, women can be narcissistic too. It's usually a little more subtle. It's kind of, I think, what they call like covert narcissism. Someone who's just like very self-centered, egotistical, very vain and superficial. So they never saw you. It was never about seeing you, this parent. Like really seeing into you and who you are. It was always just about an image, projecting an image. That's so cute. Okay, so the affirmation here for our week ahead is self-reflection. I give myself permission to revisit old wounds and keep healing. Okay, so for some of you, this is something that you have been healing. Okay, you've been revisiting this, and then it's just like, oh, the boundaries thing again. Oh, the daddy issues again. Oh, the narcissistic empath shit again. Yes, again. Right? Because, I mean, honestly, that was what healing is. It's kind of like a peeling back the layers of an onion. And, you know, these things get easier to navigate with time as well. All right. So once again, I want to repeat this affirmation. It's so beautiful. I give myself permission to revisit old wounds and keep healing. Okay. So with that being said, my loves, I'm going to wrap up this reading here. I do hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know how you feel like about the new formats of this reading. But until next time, I am sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.